Some states can rightly be considered swing states because we don't know much about them. States where little or no polling data forces us to rely on historical trends to determine which candidate it will likely support. This video is not about those swing states. I talked about them in part 2 of this series. This video is about the swing states where there is lots of polling, but different polls show us different results. States like Florida or Ohio, where history doesn't tell us which party the state favors. It tells us that the state usually picks winners. These are the general election battleground states, the purple states, the states that will ultimately pick the next president of the United States. And in this video, I'm going to tell you who has the edge in each. When I first collected the data to determine what the swing states will be, I found that Trump and Clinton split those states just about down the middle. 3 for Trump, 4 for Clinton. But polls of course change. So let's check in on those states to see how each of the candidates are doing now. In Nevada, there have been 6 general election polls collected by RCP, and Clinton is leading in 4 of them, with an average lead of 2.3. For a swing state, that's a strong lead for Clinton. If it increased by only 0.7%, the state would have to be recategorized as leans Clinton. So the edge definitely goes to her. But in Arizona, Donald Trump has the edge. Although the very fact that this traditionally red state is a toss-up at all is, well, not so good. He's won 3 out of the 6 polls that have been conducted, 1 is a tie, and his lead is a very narrow 0.3 points. As you can see from the graph, he's right on top of her.
That's what she said.
In Iowa, Clinton is showing a slight lead of 0.8 points. She's leading in 9 polls with 2 ties and 5 going to Trump. In Ohio, Clinton's lead has recently exploded.
That's what she said.
While she once had an average lead of only 0.8%, it's now grown to a much stronger 2.6. She's also won or tied with Trump in the last 11 polls. None have favored him since early May. Not good. In Georgia, that's right, Georgia is a swing state this election, Trump once had a lead of 2.4 points, having won 8 of 10 polls by fairly narrow margins. Now Clinton is ahead by 0.3 points.
I got broads in Atlanta.
In North Carolina, once again, Clinton's lead is strengthening. She has now won 11 of the last 23 polls with 1 tie and is leading by 2.0 points.
The wall just got 10 feet higher.
Finally, let's talk about Florida, where there is a whopping 29 electoral college points at stake. Without a win here, Trump will almost certainly lose the election. When I originally collected my data for this state, Clinton had an average lead of 2.7 points, having won 14 out of 25 polls with 1 tie. Having won 6 polls in a row, Clinton's lead has now grown to 4.5 points. Recall, I originally defined a swing state as one in which the candidate has a lead of less than 3 points. By that definition, Florida isn't even a swing state anymore. Florida leans Clinton. So at the end of the day, Clinton has an edge in every swing state other than Arizona, where Trump's lead is a meager 0.3 of a point. While Arizona would get Trump 11 electoral college points, the other 6 states have a combined 90. So will Trump win the swing states?
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Thanks for watching this video. Pretty soon I'll be dropping the final video in this series, a complete summary of the Electoral College as it now stands and who's most likely to win and why. And inspired by the huge movement we've seen in Florida, I'll be updating all of my data so you won't want to miss it. In the meantime, let me know what other topics you'd like me to discuss and I'll do my best to get it done. I think a video on Jill Stein or Gary Johnson is long past due, but you tell me what you want to see in the comments down below. Or you could just write liberal cuck or Trump or polls are rigged. Do whatever makes you happy.